So welcome back to the chase. South Africa required 241 of 20, and Arshdeep Singh is into the deck. And the openers for South Africa are Markram and Linde. Oh, it's surprising to see Linde out there in the middle as an opener today. Is this the new strategy or the way the South African team will proceed into this upcoming World Cup? Arshdeep coming around the wicket. A good length delivery, and Markram taps it to the left side of the cover region, and the batsmen pick up one run. Arshdeep Singh, a Yorker delivery there. The batsman squeezes it onto his shoes. That'll be a dot ball. A great incoming Yorker, in swinging Yorker from Arshdeep. Swing along through the air, right at the block hole. So, welcome back to Sports Beyond Cancer. To all our new listeners out there, kindly hit the subscribe button, like, and show your support. Also, comment, do you think India should opt for or go with and show some faith with Sanju Samson, or stick to the new strategy that they have come up with today with Abhishek Sharma and Ishan Kishan starting at the top order and taking on the bowlers right from the word go? Will this be the right approach going into this World Cup? Arshdeep Singh, good length delivery, pitches on the off, and an out swinging delivery. A great swinging delivery as Linde swipes across the line, completely misses the swing of the delivery, and is completely beaten there. Arshdeep Singh once again coming in, angling into the batter. Linde tries to go over the top, mistimes the ball, and he finds Hardik Pandya at mid-on region, and he is dismissed for a duck. Linde has been dismissed for a duck. He's gone without troubling the scorers. South Africa are 1 for 1 after 1 over. A great start to the Indian bowling, and Arshdeep Singh has picked up the first wicket. The umpires are checking for a no ball. Oh, that's a pretty good delivery. No concerns for no ball there. And an easy catch for Hardik Pandya as Linde has to make the long walk back home to the pavilion. Well, this seems to be extremely surprising given that Rickleton has been in top form and why South Africa has been experimenting, especially with sending George Linde at the top of the order. Well, nevertheless, it's a warm up game. They are trying out their permutations and combinations, and they had sent Linde, but it completely backfired today. So Hardik Pandya into the attack, and that'll be a dot ball to start the over. Hardik Pandya running in. Whoa. The ball stopped there before going on to the batter. Markram, he was completely beaten there. Early into the shot. Markram was early into the shot and he completely missed the line and length of the ball. Yet another dot ball for Hardik Pandya. I mean, it's completely. Hardik Pandya. Half volley there, and Markram goes big over the long on region for yet another maximum, for the first maximum of the day in the South African innings. A short hand jab from Markram times the ball well perfectly, and the ball sails over the long on fence for a maximum. And Surya Yadav appreciating and acknowledging the wonderful shot. Once again, same ball, same result, same shot. Once again, a short hand jab going straight down over the long on region for maximum. 2 sixes in a row. And Surya Yadav trying to make some field adjustments now. It was in the arc and a textbook traditional shot from Aiden Markram, the South African skipper, as the ball sails over the long on region for 6. Pandya once again. Short pitch delivery going for the bouncer there. He's pulled it over the cow corner region gracefully over the ropes. 3 sixes in a row for the South African skipper Markram. And that's been an expensive over for Hardik Pandya. After the 2 dot balls initially, he's taken apart for 3 sixes consecutively. A half tracker there, a lot of space, a lot of width, and Markram has sufficient time to rock back and pulls it over the cow corner for a wonderful 6. Surya Yadav sending out the long on fielder. Pandya this time, good length delivery, well outside the off stump, and Markram drives it to the mid-off region, wide of mid-off region, and the batsman easily cross for a single, and that'll be the end of the over. As South Africa are 20 for 1 after 2. 19 runs coming off the over. An expensive start to Pandya's spell. To all our new listeners who have joined today, I kindly request you to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and join our sporting community, Sports Beyond Cancer. I thank you all for being an integral part of this journey, and I hope you will be there to support me along this journey and support my cause, especially after what I've been through and why I'm coming back into this passion of pursuing sports journalism and passion for cricket. And now Arshdeep Singh once again, half tracker there. Once again, Indians not realizing the mistake. They have been bowling with the lengths to Markram. He completely, easily pulls it over the deep mid-wicket region. Stands tall and a lot of width there. Half tracker, swivels across, and the ball sails over the deep mid-wicket region for maximum. Well, probably they should have seen how Lungi Engidi made a comeback into his spell, especially after going for 15 runs in the first over, and then he gave just totally 23 runs of his 3 overs. He used a lot of variations, rolled the finger over the balls, bowled in the right lengths. This time, Markram cuts it straight to the backward point fielder there. No run there, dot ball. Well, I'm still not convinced why the South African management sent George Linde at the top of the batting order when Rickleton and Markram are in top form. I'm pretty not sure what strategy they have in mind for the upcoming World Cup. Are they going to be experimenting sending Linde at the top order to capitalize on the power play? just to counter someone like Abhishek Sharma, Ishan Kishan, what damage they can do to the opposition. Is that what they are looking at? But when you have batters like Markram and Rickleton and the likes of Rickleton, especially, they have the potential to play proper traditional cricket shots, aggressive shots, right from the word go to. So I'm still not convinced with what the South African management's idea is behind sending George Linde at the top of the order. One run to Markram, and that brings Rickleton onto the strike. So to all our new viewers, I kindly request you to hit the subscribe button and be a part of our journey, Sports Beyond Cancer. I know this journey has been a difficult path for me to take, especially after facing cancer for the fifth time. The fifth time was pretty taxing, actually. It took me almost, I'm still currently under remission. I just entered remission. For the past 2.5 years, I've been in the battle with fifth cancer. And that is why I've now opted to follow my passion as I enter remission and rehab and have planned my recovery. And this time, straying down the leg from Arshdeep, and Rickleton guides it gracefully towards the deep mid wicket region for 4 runs. Arshdeep Singh running into Rickleton once again. Good length delivery, and he taps it to the middle fielder, and the batsman scamper for a single. Poor throw from Shivam Dubey there. A wild throw, but no damage done. There won't be no overthrows. Good backup by Ishan Kishan there. So that's my story, and yeah. So thank you for being an integral part of the journey. I hope you'll be there for me, and kindly hit the like, subscribe, and comment button. And we will be covering a lot of sports, cricketing games, live commentaries, watch-alongs in football, and we'll be promoting the sporting community, and we'll talk about resilient sports and passion for sports and how sports is an integral part of our life, and we shall promote sports participation, especially the elite, grassroots, and the other stuffs too, and kindly ignore uh, the bark of the dog. I mean, my pet dog has been barking because there's someone at the gate, so kindly ignore the noise, and I hope you don't mind. Please, please, please hit the subscribe button. Your subscribe will mean a lot to me. It will be an integral motivation for me to continue this path, especially when I tackle on cancer for the fifth time. And I have kept my hopes high on following my passion and not settling into something which is not close to my heart. Sports journalism has always been my thing, and so I have been continuing this. And now that I've entered remission, I thought, why not start a YouTube channel and continue my passion, especially with the amount of sports that's on disposable, especially in the Indian environment, as well as the football environment and the tennis environment. So, talking about the sports environment and how the sports been blooming in this country, a good news for the Indian cricket fans today, for the fans who are just joined in or just come back from work. In the under 19 semi final today, India comfortably defeated Afghanistan by 7 wickets, and now they take on England. They march gracefully into the finals. Well, they take on England in Harare on the February 6th. So for India today, Aaron George was the star of the day as he scored 115 of 104 balls. As India comfortably chased a well target of 311. Well, to be honest, we need to appreciate the Afghanistan batters too. They played pretty well too, especially Faisal Shinozada. The range of shots he had, 110 of 93, 15 fours. I kindly request you to watch the highlights of the game, especially Faisal Shinozada, the type of shots, the drives he brought into the games. All traditional textbook shots, cheeky shots too, but it was a delight to the eyes, especially a delight to a cricketing fan. And also a century from Uzairullah Niazi, 101. The future looks promising for Afghanistan. I request all their fans to not get disappointed with this result. I mean, a lot of potential out there to put out such a wonderful show in a global event, especially in the ICC Under 19 World Cup, and coming all the way to the semi-finals and giving a tough fight, like scoring 310 in the quota of 50 overs, and two centurions who dominated the game, like This is something promising for Afghanistan cricket. They are growing through the ranks, not just at the elite level, right from the grassroots, right from the under 19, and that's been an integral part. But for India, we march into yet another under 19 50 over World Cup, and we'll be keen to get our hands on the trophy once again. Probably, I think it's for the sixth or the seventh time. I'm not sure, but we already won it. I'm pretty sure that we have won it 5 times at least, and we hold the record for winning it the most number of times. And Hardik Pandya and Markram is writhing in pain there. He's been hit in the abdomen, shuffles down the leg stump, and it was angling into the batter, completely missed the bat, and he's been hit at the in the abdomen. He's fallen down on the ground, writhing in pain, and the physio and the medical team are here. Concerned look on the Indian fans there as Markram is being treated out there in the middle. Doesn't seem like a serious injury, but he's on the ground, and the fans will be hoping he gets back on his feet as early as possible. Markram still being treated out there by the physios. So India has been the most successful team as per the stats after the 2020 World Cup 2024. They have a win percentage of 85%. They've only lost 6 games out of the 41 and have won 33. That's a pretty impressive record, especially under Surya Kumar Yadav. They have stormed into, especially this World Cup, with a new aggressive approach with the likes of Abhishek Sharma, who was already going bonkers, and now he's been suddenly joined in by Ishan Kishan, especially, which came in as a blessing in disguise, especially when Tilak Verma was injured and they had to bring in Ishan Kishan because he had a very good patch of form in the SMAT trophy where he won the cup for Jharkhand. And that brought in Ishan Kishan, and right from the word go, he matched shot for shot with Abhishek Sharma, and now he's been looked at as an integral part of the World Cup. Like the two southpaws can take the game away from the opposition within a span of like 5-6 overs. They go completely blazing right from the word go, and the range of shots they have in their inventory is something marvelous for the modern day cricketers. Hardik Pandya angling into the pads, and the batsman hits it to the backward square leg region, and that'll be 1 run. Hardik Pandya, short of a length delivery once again. He's not learning his mistakes, and Markram pulls it away this time. A lot of width there, and one bounce, and the ball rolls into the ropes. 4 runs. That'll be the end of the over. And South Africa are 41 for 1 after 4. They require 200 runs with a required run rate of 12.5. Harshit Rana being brought into the attack. It's to be seen how many games he gets into the in this World Cup. Is he being looked as the bowling all rounder, or how is it gonna be? Especially with India, most likely, if you look at the previous World Cup, using Hardik Pandya as a second seamer along with Bumrah or Arshdeep Singh, or so that we can play an extra batter, and probably Shivam Dubey can pitch in with a couple of overs, which solves the issue of having an extra bowler, so they can bring an extra batter. It should be seen how many games Rana gets. Probably they'll be the management will be strategical on the kind of pitch conditions and the type of opposition they play against, and Harshit Rana could be brought in for those particular games. First ball, he swipes across the line, and that'll be a dot ball. Harshit Rana running in. Half tracker, short of a length delivery, goes for the pull. That's not a convincing shot. He won't be happy with that, but nevertheless, it goes over the mid-on fielder, just over the mid-on fielder, over Arshdeep Singh, and the ball trickles down the rope. 4 runs. It was in the air, over Arshdeep Singh. Didn't time it well there, but Rickleton will be happy. 4 runs added into his tally. Harshit Rana running in once again to Rickleton. This time, half volley there, and Rickleton gracefully accepts it, smashes it over long on into the stands. 6 runs. The ball sails into the crowd. Completely smashed it out of the park there. It was in his arc. Moved his front foot away and goes along the swing, and the ball sails into the long on region for a maximum. Harshit Rana under pressure here. 4 and now a 6. What is he gonna come up with? He's having some discussions with Sky. He's sending the mid-on fielder back to the long on. Some minute field adjustments there, and the deep backward point is being brought in. Once again, good ball angling into the batter, and the batsman taps it towards the offside, and the batsman easily run a single. Well, change of pace should be the key, as you observed how Lungi Engidi adapted so well, especially after he was taken apart for 15 runs in his first over, and how he made a comeback, giving just like 8 runs in his next 2 overs. A lot of slower ones. He rolled his fingers on the ball and bowled in good lengths, low dipping full tosses, and that is something that the bowlers will have to adapt to and implement in such kind of wickets, especially really cruel within a span of 1 over to 2 overs. To all our listeners who have just joined us, please kindly subscribe to the channel and hit the like button and comment. Do you think India should still show faith in Sanju Samson, or should they go with the new combination of Abhishek Sharma and Ishan Kishan. This time, Aiden Markram goes over the infield, over the short mid-wicket fielder, and the ball trickles down the rope. 4 runs. The South African skipper seems to be in prime form. He's timing the ball wonderfully well today. He's on 36 of 16 with 4 sixes and 2 fours. Once again, Harshit Rana making some field changes. He's been thrown under the pump this over. He's already been taken for 15 runs with 1 ball to come. Harshit Rana running in this time. A change of pace. A Yorker length delivery. The batsman makes rooms and moves to the left leg side. But Rana follows the batter and Markram taps it to the long on region for 1 run. That'll be the end of the over. And South Africa are 57 for 1 after 5. That was an expensive over. 16 runs coming off Rana's first over. And South Africa require 184 in 90 balls. So in the other warm-up game between Ireland and Pakistan had to be abandoned without the toss. A single ball being bowled due to rain. And earlier today in Bengaluru, Namibia won by 6 runs against Scotland. They have been playing good, promising cricket recently. And Jan Freiling today scored 88 of 44. And Scotland fell 6 runs short. They too scored 220 but fell 6 runs short. Brandon Macmillan scored an impressive innings of 95 of just 39 balls. But he couldn't take the team home. And in the other game, Afghanistan comfortably won the game by 23 runs against the mighty West Indies, especially given how strong the West Indian cricket team is in this format of this game. Afghanistan scored 182 for 6 and restricted the West Indies to 159 for 7. So that's the story of the warm-up games in this ICC T20 World Cup 2026, which was scheduled for today. And in this game, India earlier opting to bat first scored 240 for 6, and now South Africa are en route in this chase as they are poised at 58 for 1 after 5.2 overs as Arshdeep Singh continues to bowl. Arshdeep Singh running in. A knuckleball there. A slow bouncer, and Rickleton tries to pull it but couldn't get past the short mid-wicket fielder there. A dot ball there. Well, this is the way to go for India in such sort of a wicket. This is a learning curve, especially the warm-up games. And to all our listeners out there, this is a warm-up game, so all the 15 players can bowl today with only 11 to bat. So that's probably the rule which has been framed for the warm-up games. Arshdeep Singh, with his ability to move the ball both ways, has been pretty impressive for India in this format of the game. Once again, short of a length delivery, but this time into the body, and Rickleton pulls it away, not convincingly, but the ball, a couple of bounces and trickles down to the boundary fence in the deep square leg region. 4 runs for South Africa, 62 for 1. The ball was not very well directed. A short of a length, half tracker. And Rickleton easily accepts it, swivels across and pulls it down to the deep square leg region for a boundary. The momentum is slowly building for South Africa as they reach 62 for 1 in 5.4 overs. A good start for the Proteas. Once again, rolls the finger, a slow one, well wide out of the off stump, but a half tracker, and Rickleton tries to hit it past the fielder at the cover region, but a diving effort from Sky, and Markram denies the single. No runs there. Good ground fielding effort from the captain there. South Africa still need 179 from 85 balls, and they are slowly building the stage for the next batters to come and use the long handle. Arshdeep Singh, one last time in this over. Once again, the batter makes room, goes towards the outside the leg stump, and Arshdeep Singh follows him and yorks him, and the batsman managed to get some bat, and it's a French cut. The ball rolls down to the fine leg region for yet another boundary, and after 6 overs, it'll be 66 for 1, and the drinks are being brought to the ground, and that's the end of the power play. South Africa are en route well in this chase, and they are 66 for 1 after 6 overs. They require 175 runs of 84, and they will be keen to experiment, especially given that this is a warm up game, so that every batter gets a good timeout in the middle and gets a gauge of the conditions, especially out during this time of the season in India. And well, it is to be seen how India or the Proteas try to dominate each other before the main event begins. These were the finalists of the previous T20 World Cup, so it is to be seen. I'm pretty sure that these two will again make it to the semi-finals this year too. Well, the Proteas have been waiting long to get a hand on the World Cup. I mean, they got the Test match by winning the Test championships by beating Australia under Tenda Bauma, but they will be keen to get some glory in the white ball format of the game too. They have been playing good cricket right across the genders, especially the male as well as the female team. They have been growing through the ranks, especially the past few years. They make it to the final fag of the tournament, but I'm still confused how they did not make it to win the tournament. I mean, it's something that they themselves have to be in, especially how they gifted the game to India in the 2024 T20 World Cup with just like 25 or something odd, requiring of 4 overs or something. They just made a meal of the chase, especially with the likes of Miller and other hitters, especially still out there in the middle. Kuldeep Yadav. Or some technical glitch with my delay telecast out there. Okay, Markram has retired hurt, and Bravis is sent out to the middle. Brave is the pocket dynamo for South Africa lately. I mean, what a knock he played in the South Africa T20 finals. Unfortunately, he ended up on the losing side, but single-handedly scoring the magnificent century when the team was under pressure, under the pump, under the bus. And Bravis, what a magnificent knock from the youngster. He set the stage, but unlucky. But congratulations to the Sunrisers, who managed to win yet another trophy in the South Africa T20 Championship. Kuldeep Yadav into the attack, and that Rickleton has swept it to the fine leg region. That'll be one run. So as it stands, the crowd attendance for today in the stadium is 43,790. Wherever India plays, India cricket is celebrated, and be it a warm-up game or any game, there will be fans surging into the ground. That's a pretty good amount of crowd for a warm-up game. Well, this could be another concern. Like, will the management go in for Kuldeep in the World Cup, or will they stick to the likes of Akshar Patel and Varun Chakravarti, given the batting abilities of Akshar? Well flighted delivery, and Rickleton goes down on the leg and sweeps it over the cow corner for a 6 runs. A beautifully played sweep shot, a textbook sweep shot. Goes down on the leg, watches the ball till the end, and gets the elevation as the ball sails into the crowd, into the stands. 6 runs. Once again, straying down leg, flighted, and this time easily swept over the deep square leg region. 6 runs, 2 sixes to complete the over. South Africa are 81 for 2 after 7. Poor bowling from Kuldeep Yadav. 15 of his first over. Completely erred in line and bowled it well wide outside the leg stump. And Rickleton gracefully accepts it, goes down on his leg and swivels his body and completely hits a 6 over the deep square leg region. Shivam Dubey is brought into the attack for the first time in this match. He starts off with a dot ball. Well, it is to be seen how India uses Shivam Dubey as the bowler in this tournament. I mean, he bowled good in the Asia Cup final, especially when India's prime bowler was injured and he had to start the innings. He bowled pretty good. He has a golden arm. Once again, he's proved it. He's dismissed Dewald Bravis. Dewald Bravis has to go back. He's been caught at long off and he has to depart for 2 runs. The Indian fans are celebrating. No fireworks from Dewald Bravis today. He has to take the long walk back to the dressing room. He is distraught with himself. Shivam Dubey, half tracker, but rolls the ball, rolls his fingers, and that's a slower one. He's foxed the batter completely out there. Change of pace, change of length, and Dewald Bravis goes for the big heave, and he's been caught at long off, and he has to depart for 2 runs. Dewald Bravis caught by Tilak Verma, bowled Shivam Dubey. Well, this is what I was talking about. Shivam Dubey has this unique knack of picking up wickets. And that's why I indicated that he has a golden arm. So probably we can squeeze 2 overs from him in any game under decent circumstances. Not at the death, but under he can probably even start with a new ball, especially the way he bowled in the I think that's Asia Cup finals against Pakistan. He was pretty economical and good with his lines. This time wide outside of the off stump, driving length, and the new batter is Miller, and he drives it to the deep extra cover region, and the batsmen easily take 2 runs. Shivam Dubey once again coming in, this time rolls his finger once again, and Miller guides it to the third man region as the batters pick up 1 run. So, I mean, it's pretty astonishing that the Chennai Super Kings franchise have not used Shivam Dubey, the bowler, and have completely defined his role as they have given him the complete freedom to be the batter who goes on tonks that big sixes, takes on the spinners and completely dominates them, and they have given him the complete liberty to go and express him outside there. Once again, Shivam Dubey, short of a length delivery, well outside the off stump, and Rickleton rocks back and hits it to the deep backward point region, and the batters will pick up 1 run. So India will begin their campaign in this World Cup pretty soon, and it is to be seen will Indian management show faith in Sanju Samson, the batter, or will they be tempted to go with Abhishek Sharma and Ishan Kishan right from the word go as the openers? Well, Ishan Kishan can act in as a keeper just like today. So will Sanju Samson be, who was considered to be the number two choice for the opener along with Abhishek Sharma? Now with the likes of Ishan Kishan, who came into this team as a blessing in disguise, especially due to the injury to Tilak Verma during the before the New Zealand tour, and the rich form Ishan Kishan has been. His flamboyancy has taken him to the next level, as he now looks one of the integral key players for India's success in this World Cup. The range of shots and the mindset with which he walks onto the ground, especially with the aggressive approach he brings with along with his game, and the way he clears the big boundaries with ease, India will definitely be eager to play Ishan Kishan ahead of Sanju Samson, given Sanju Samson's dip in form as he struggled against New Zealand in this recent tour. Well, that's something the headache for the Indian management to think about as we are into the next over, and I think Tilak Verma has been handed the ball here, if I'm not sure. Or is it Ravi Bishnoi? I think it's going to be Ravi Bishnoi. Well, to all the viewers who are thinking about how Ravi Bishnoi is coming into the attack without being in the playing 11, well, just to let you know, this is a warm up game, so all the 15 can field, and all the 15 can field. Oh, I'm sorry, I was right the first time. This is Tilak Verma, not Ravi Bishnoi. But I would have presumed that India should have brought Ravi Bishnoi and given him the chance to bowl. Okay, Ravi Bishnoi was part of the India A squad, not the Indian squad. Beg your pardon. So they should have gone with Varun Chakravarti or Washington Sundar. Sorry, beg your pardon. Ravi Bishnoi was a part of the India A team in the warm-up game and not the Indian senior team. Okay. But still going for a part-time all-rounder ahead of Washington Sundar and Varun Chakravarti seems not so convincing to me. I mean, not because Tilakoma is bad, but because those two will be eager to get some time out in the middle before the World Cup starts, and they are expected to bowl 4 crucial overs, so it would have been more justifiable if they had got the overs. Nevertheless, Tilak Verma and Miller rocks back and hits it to the cover region for a boundary. South Africa are 92 for 3 after 8.3, and they require 149 from 69. Tilak Verma once again, well flighted delivery, and he drives it past a diving Tilak Verma, and that will be 1 run to the long off region. Okay, then that's how the proceedings look like at the moment. After nine, South Africa are 96 for three as Miller rocks back and taps the ball to the vacant area wide of long on, and the batters easily complete 2 runs. So, to all the viewers who have just joined us, thank you for being an integral part of this journey, and welcome to our channel, our sporting community, Sports Beyond Cancer. So, to let you know, I'm a 5 time cancer warrior, and I've jumped into this YouTube sphere because I have currently entered remission and entering into rehab. So my fifth battle with cancer was extremely taxing, and it took me almost 2.5 years, and I have now entered remission and into recovery. So this is my new way of following my passion and staying glued to my sports journalism and the love for the sport, cricket, and everything that revolves around sports. So I kindly request you to like, support, and not just support the channel, support the cause, support my passion, and we can build a sporting community and spread positivity and hope and resilience to all the people out there. And Warren Chakravarti is brought into the attack, and straight away he picks a wicket, goes for the sweep shot, gets a top edge, and the ball goes nowhere, right above his head, and Ishan Kishan completes a pretty simple catch, and Rickleton has to walk back for 44 of 21, and South Africa are 96 for 4. So coming along to the journey, so this channel is something that we started recently, and we are going to be consistent with it. We are going to cover a lot of cricket games, watch alongs, football, and we are going to celebrate sport in every single aspect and promote sports participation, sports development, sports communication, sports journalism. And that is why I am starting this new phase under the YouTube bracket. This is pretty new to me, and I would kindly request you to give me feedback and also support the journey. We'll all learn along the way, and we'll support each other. That's what humans are meant to do, and that is the beauty of life. And so here we go. That's all about me, and that's all about this channel. So you can check out our Instagram page too on my journey, on my battles with cancer, and how I have fought 5 cancers at this very young age, and how things have been around my life, especially my displacement from New Zealand, covering the Tokyo Olympics, covering the IPL, and what life has spun around what destiny has spun around my life. And well, I never gave up, and this is something that I was always had an inner calling for, to be a commentator or to do watch alongs for sport and be an integral part of sports management and sports teams. I didn't want to settle for any other career, so I'm giving a shot at this. And I hope you guys show some faith in me and hit that like, subscribe, and comment button. And you will stay along with me in this journey and support the fight. Not just the fight. Well, you will be indirectly supporting the fight by subscribing to this channel and being a part of this journey, but also it will motivate me to bring in more content, bring in more watch alongs, bring in more analysis, and together we can celebrate sports and show the power of the human spirit. So the new batsman in Smith, and that's a good over from Varun Chakravarti, just 3 runs off the over and a wicket off it. He removes the flamboyant Rickleton, as South Africa are 99 for 3 after 10 overs. Now, with at the half stage, South Africa are 99 for 4 after 10, and they require 142 in the next 10 overs, with the required run rate now climbing above 14, they will have to go hard in the next 10 overs. Well, they have the likes of David Miller and Quinton de Kock. How could you forget Quinton de Kock? For me, if you had to align their batting order, Quinton de Kock and Rickleton have been in prime form, and they both together their form a formidable pair, especially at the start, as you might have seen in many T20 games along the leagues in the world. So they should probably start the innings with Rickleton and de Kock, with Markram to come down at number three, followed by Deval Bravis, and they also have Christian Stubbs, who played a wonderful knock in the South Africa T20 uh, league in the finals for the Sunrisers. So they have a pretty good team there. And who can forget the all-rounders Marco Jansen and Corbin Bosch, Akshar Patel into the attack. Smith misses it. It's on the pad. Dot ball. Short of a length delivery. Smith rocks back and taps it to the point fielder, and the batsmen easily take one run. So, I mean, they have a pretty good lineup there. Marco Jansen, Linde, and Corbin Bosch act as the all-rounders. I mean, Jansen and Corbin Bosch can use the long handle effectively, especially in this format of this game, like we have seen in the past few games, especially the way Jansen played during the tournament in India. He's been pretty phenomenal. And is there an edge? Ishan Kishan fumbles it but takes it on the dive. And the umpire given out. Caught behind. Miller's been caught behind for 13. And the batsman seems to be surprised there and having some discussions. Ishan Kishan fumbled the ball on the first attempt and then dives to his right and completes the catch. And the umpire straight away raised the finger, and David Miller seems to have some words with Ishan Kishan. Probably there was no edge on the bat there. No reviews in the match there, given it's a warm-up, so he has to take the long walk back. South Africa are 100 for 4. The umpire's checking the no ball. And David Miller has to make the long walk back to the dressing room. Dismissed for 13 of 10. Caught Ishan, bowl Akshar. The new batsman in there is Stubbs, and he's taken a single of the first ball. Once again, Smith struggling out there in the middle to time the ball. And that'll be a dot ball to end the over, and South Africa are 101 for 5 after 11. Well, I was pretty open about my journey and my ways of life and how things have been in my end, and what prompted me or motivated me to come along this path, because I didn't want to settle for any other career and wanted to give a stint to follow my passion for one more time, and that is the reason behind this journey. I hope you show some faith in me and subscribe to me and be consistent. I promise you, I'll also try to be pretty consistent with all the things happening around in my life. It's been a very, very upside down ride, a topsy turvy ride, but I'm trying my best to channelize my energy, especially, and a big, big thanks to sports for channelizing my motivation and my mental health, because with what was happening around my life, I was going haywire, but thanks to sports, it has brought me some discipline, some motivation, and some form of purpose. And this is the purpose that I've been waiting for as I enter rehab and remission. I'm keen to continue this journey and my love for passion for cricket and sports, and this will give me a hope to stay motivated and a purpose to wake up to every single day. So I have been pretty open about my story, and I hope you guys support me in the best possible ways by subscribing to this channel and being an integral part of my journey. Please like, comment, hit the bell icon, and also share to your friends, relatives, and anyone who's keen about watching sports or celebrating sports, or also someone who's going through hard times through his life, so that I can be a mentor for them, or I can also guide them on how to see life in a positive way despite all the odds. I mean, I have faced 5 cancers. I was on the wrong end side of my life, but sports has kept me glued to believe in it. Like, believe in the fight, believe in yourself, and so this is my story. So Kuldeep Yadav is back into the attack, and Smith smashes it over deep mid wicket region. 6 runs once again. South Africans have been pretty strong with their sweep shots today, apart from Rickleton, who was unlucky to get a top edge. I mean, it was Warren Chakravarti. The change of length and variation was pretty evident. That bloke completely uses a lot of variations, has his plan sorted A, B, and C against each batter. That's what makes him the number one T20 bowler for quite some time now. He's been holding on to it. He's been India's trump card, especially with the ball. Kuldeep Yadav to Smith, and that'll be a dot ball. Hit straight back to the bowler. South Africa required 131 from 50 balls. The run rate is climbing pretty big. They have to use the long handle. They can't continue to play on this once again. The ball turning away from the batter outside the off stump. The batsman goes for the cut and misses it. Dot ball once again. Good ball there. Premeditated the intents of the batter there, Kuldeep Yadav. Once again, good off a length delivery, angling and turning into the batter. And Smith rocks back and flicks it to the vacant area, wide of long on, and the batsman can manage only to pick up 1 run. That'll be an end of an over. A good comeback by Kuldeep after the 6. And South Africa are 111 for 5 after 12. They require 130 in 48 balls, with the required run rate now climbing above 16. This is a good rehearsal for the lower middle order batters. I mean, the middle order batters, with the likes of Stubbs and Smith still out there in the middle. Also, the lower middle order batters who will come along of how they can use the long handle, assess the conditions in India, especially with the dew and stuff. And the ball's been now thrown to the Indian top order batter, Abhishek Sharma. Once again, goes for the sweep. The ball goes to the deep square leg region, and it's cut off before the boundary, and the batsman easily complete 2 runs. The 43,790 is the crowd attendance for the warm-up game today at the D.Y. Patil Stadium in Navi Mumbai. Speaks volumes about the craze of cricket in India. And the fans have come in huge numbers to support India even in the warm-up game. Once again, short of a length delivery, angling into the pads. Smith rocks back and pulls it to deep mid-wicket region. Only can get 1 run. 1 bounce to the fielder. This time, Smith rocks back, and the ball goes to the deep extra cover region for a boundary. A great shot, lot of time on offer there. A well flighted delivery makes room for himself, a lot of width there, and he goes all along the ground. in the cover regions. 4 runs, and Abhishek Sharma is all smiles there. Once again, Smith makes room for himself, shuffles across to the leg stump, and all he can manage is hit the ball to the long off fielder as Arshdeep coolly collects the ball, and the batsman can manage only 1 run. Christian Stubbs to face the last ball of the delivery from Abhishek Sharma. Well, India seem to have a plethora of options even in the bowling department. Once again, a shot of a length delivery, and he cuts it straight to the point region. Sanju Samson feels comfortably there. A dot ball to end the over. A good over. Just 9 runs of the over, and South Africa are 120 for 5. So, just speaking about the plethora of options India have at their disposal with the amount of players that can bowl. So, we have Abhishek Sharma, Tilak Verma, Hardik Pandya. Rinku Singh was also given the ball in the one of the games. And then Shivam Dubey, Akshar Patel, Arshdeep Singh, Varun Chakravarti, Bumrah, Washington Sundar, Harshit Rana, Kuldeep Yadav. And you might know even Surya Kumar Yadav bowled in one of the games. I think it was some final, where final or the decider of a series where he bowled a crucial over against Sri Lanka in a low scoring game, and he managed to take the game to the super over or something like that. So I'm not watching for him to bowl in this World Cup, but just saying that the amount of options the Indian fielders have here is completely a good thing to have for the captain. I mean, Varun Chakravarti, and Smith rocks back and cuts it. And a poor fielding effort there from Rinku Singh as he fails to stop the ball. He dives to his left, but fails to stop the ball. He misses the ball completely, and the ball rolls back into the ropes. That'll be 4 runs for Smith. South Africa will have to press the accelerator from here on as they require 116 from 40 balls, as this will be a good opportunity for a dress rehearsal for them, especially given the World Cup is around the corner and this is a warm-up game, and they can use the long handle and see how they can prepare and assess the conditions in India, especially in this season, the amount of dew that comes into the night games and under the lights. So this will be a very crucial aspect how they utilize this game to prepare for the World Cup. I mean, I see them as a strong contender for the World Cup, especially. You can never write South Africa off, especially the current team with the form they have been carrying from the past few years. Once again, Varun Chakravarti, Smith smashes it to the long off region, and that will be only 1 runs. South Africa 127 for 5. Varun Chakravarti, he has been a prominent discovery for India, especially in this format. I mean, he attacks the stumps. He bowls quicker through the air, has all the variations, outfoxes the batsmen, and he does his homework very well. He has his plan set against each batter. I mean, all he focuses on is his 4 overs and how he has to prepare against each batter. And he has plan A and plan B when the batters counterattack him, and he somehow has been the trump card for India's bowling attack since the time he has arrived into this Indian team under the captaincy of Surya Kumar Yadav. Once again, a good length delivery, a quicker one, and Smith smashes this to the long off for 1 run. After 14, South Africa are 129 for 5, and they require 112 of the last 6 overs. Well, they certainly need to use the long handle if they have to chase the target. Needs to be seen how they approach the last few overs as the umpire calls in for drinks, and that'll be drinks break. I mean, to all the new listeners who are watching our channel and also the new subscribers, I see a few subscribers who subscribe to our channel, a few people who subscribe to our channel a couple of days ago and even yesterday. So this is, I welcome you all. I take this opportunity to welcome you all to Sports Beyond Cancer. Here we are building a community of spreading positivity and growing through sports. And this is my journey of following my passion of sports journalism. I mean, my life had a different curve, especially with the five cancers, how it got diverted in different aspects. But all through along, I was always glued to sports, and sports was something. I mean, I need to credit sports along with the doctors, family, other stuff for which I'm alive today, because that kept the hope alive. Because I wanted to always be in sports, spread sports community, work for the sporting community, and play an integral part in the sports development and participation in the grassroots as well as the elite sports, because that is pretty much ignored these days in the Indian education system. So that kept me going to be an integral part of sports and sports journalism. And Abhishek Sharma is back into the attack, and he smashes it over the bowler's head, one bounce into the side screen, 4 runs. So talking about it, so that has been my story, and that is the main reason I have started this journey of YouTube as I enter remission and rehab phase after a tough battle with my fifth recurrence of soft tissue sarcoma. And yeah, that's who I am. Always glued to sports. So this is my journey, the new start, and I have faith that you guys will support me in this journey and also be an integral part by commenting and liking and subscribing and sharing it to your sports friends, or also for those people who have had setbacks in their life, and to motivate them, and we can have a chat about how we can uplift one another and show the power behind the human spirit. Once again, shot of a length delivery, rocks back, goes back the bowler once again, same shot, 4 runs to Smith. Smith is slowly upping the ante here, as South Africa require 104 for 34, and he goes on to 35 from 22. South Africa will have to go big here once again, makes room for himself, shuffles across the leg stump, and he's not timed it well. He's found the bottom edge on the ball, sails, and the long off fielder comes in as the ball dies on him and comfortably takes the catch. A diving catch though, but it seemed pretty, and he made it look pretty comfortable in the end. Smith has to depart for 35, and that'll be the first wicket for Abhishek Sharma in this match. A well flighted delivery, the batsman steps down, tries to go over the long off, and Surya Kumar Yadav is the fielder there, completes a comfortable catch there. I mean, it seemed comfortable, but it was dying on him, and he made a good catch. He made it look comfortable, to be honest. That's a good catch there in the end. So, as I said, I welcome you all subscribers and request you to share it with your friends, family, parents, children, kids, whoever it is, whoever loves sports or wants to get into sports, or I'm always available for a chat and I can discuss what are the opportunities in sports and what can be done, and how sports is an integral part of our system, which our education system has failed convincingly, to be honest. Once again, a good ball there. Marco Jansen, the new batter. Well flighted delivery. Pitching on leg. Oh, and he's completely missed it. Dot ball there. Completely beaten. Once again, shot of a length delivery. Marco Jansen rocks back and pulls it. And the fielder, Akshar Patel, at deep mid, running into the cow corner from deep mid wicket, fails to collect it on the bounce. So it's a tough chance, and that'll go for a 4. He has missed the ball. Akshar Patel has missed the ball, and it'll be 4 runs to the tally of Marco Jansen. Short of a length delivery outside the off stump this time. Jansen rocks back and hits it to the deep extra cover region. 1 run to the tally, and South Africa are 142 for 6 after 15. They require 90 runs from 30. Shivam Dubey has been brought into the attack once again. Jansen goes straight down the ground. Moves his front leg away and creates an arc for himself and goes straight down over Shivam Dubey's head. And the ball is over the ropes, and that'll be 6 runs. Marco Jansen has shown how he can use the long handle lately, especially during the series against India. He was pretty dominating with the bat, especially in the one-day series out there. He's more of a... I'm not sure how to judge him like a batting all-rounder as a bowling all-rounder. He seems to be a complete all-rounder, just like the likes of... I would grade him a little bit ahead of Hardik Pandya, especially because his bowling is as good as his batting. Like if you compare Hardik Pandya, I think his bowling is a little bit complacent compared to the batting of Hardik Pandya himself. But Marco Jansen is someone who has the complete mix of... It's like looking at Jack Callis. Like Jack Callis is more of a batter, but here this guy is a prime left arm seamer who bowls very well, and he can use the long handle so well. Once again, he goes down the ground, this time one bounce into the fence, and that'll be 4 runs. 10 runs coming off the first 2 balls, and Dubey is under pressure. South Africa require 89 from 28. And this time, he shuffles across the leg stump, and Shivam Dubey follows him, but it was in his arc, and he hits it over the mid-wicket region. 6 runs, a big 6 for Marco Jansen, 16 of the first 3. Shivam Dubey tried to follow him as the batter moved away from the leg stump, and it was in his arc, a half volley angling into the batter and gracefully swiped across the line by the tall Marco Jansen. 16 coming off the first 3, and Surya Kumar Yadav, the skipper, is trying to make some field adjustments. He's bringing in the point. He's bringing the backward point inside the circle, and he's been adding an extra fielder onto the leg side. Shivam Dubey once again. This time, a low full toss, and one bounce to the long on fielder, just 1 run. Missed out on the opportunity there, Jansen. Probably a slower change of pace during the full toss. South Africa require 82 from 26. Stubbs has to go big now. This time, banged in shot. Is this a slower bouncer? Mistimes it. Well wide outside the off stump. The ball just crosses. It was high in the air, but just falls in the no man's land. And that'll be 1 run as the fielder from the long off comes and collects the ball. Deval Bravis will be disappointed with himself, especially with the way he got out today. Shivam Dubey once again. Good ball. A Yorker well outside the off stump. Oh, and a good shot. He's guided the ball away from the short third man fielder, and the ball all along the ground goes towards the final third man boundary. Good cricket all round. That is what cricket fans expect to see. A good Yorker to finish the over, but the batter completely acknowledging the Yorker and gracefully guides it past the diving short third man fielder as the ball rolls into the ropes for a boundary. That's a wonderful shot by Markram. An expensive over from Shivam Dubey here, as 22 runs come off it, and South Africa are 164 for 6 as they require 77 in 24 balls. He opened the face of the bat and guided it well past the short third man fielder, a diving short third man fielder, And Shivam Dubey will be extremely distraught with himself, especially the way the last over went, and more importantly, how a well bowled delivery was played so gracefully by a batter. Akshar Patel into the attack now. A wide full toss, and all Stubbs can do is tap it to the long off fielder for 1 run. South Africa, the required right is now closely inching towards 20. Well, it's very well known that Arshdeep Singh in the death bowls according to his field. He has a deep backward point and a very accurate, well placed third man, and he bowls wide yorkers away from the batter. So, as I said, he bowls the same one wide yorker, and the batter is completely beaten. He shuffled a little bit to the leg side, and he was far away from the reach of the ball. Well, I'm still pondering about the decision to send George Lindy at the top of the order when you have the likes of Quinton de Kock, Rickleton, Markram, and George Linde can be used as a floater somewhere in the middle, especially to take on the spinners, perhaps. So that would be a better strategy for South Africa going ahead in the tournament. Completely outfoxed the batter there. Janssen was expecting yet another wide yorker, and he has bowled a bouncer. Arshdeep Singh has bowled a bouncer, and Janssen has to duck, and that will be a dot ball. A good a good ball bowled here. Exchange of friendly banter between Janssen and Arshdeep as Arshdeep bursts out into a laughter. I mean, good conversation out there in the middle there between the two left arm seamers. Arshdeep Singh running in once again into Marco Janssen. This time wide full toss outside the off stump, and he hits it to the deep point, backward point, deep point fielder, and that'll just be 1 run. Once again, Janssen and Arshdeep having a friendly conversation. I'm not sure what it is, but they're smiling about it. I mean, Arshdeep is definitely bursting out into smiles. Arshdeep Singh once again running in, this time straying down the leg as Stubbs shuffles across the off stump. He gets a bat on it, and the ball runs into the boundary in the fine leg region. Erring in line there from the Indian seamer, and that'll be 4 runs to the tally of Christian Stubbs. He shuffles across the stump and managed to get some bat, and the ball rolls down towards the fine leg boundary. South Africa still requiring 71 runs of 19 in this warm-up game against India in the men's T20 World Cup 2026. Wide full toss, and the batsmen scamper for 1 run. After 17, South Africa are 171 for 6. To all our new listeners who have joined us and being a part of this journey, well, just to share some good news. Earlier from the day, India under 19 cricket team qualified for yet another World Cup final. They'll be taking on England in Harare on the February of 6th. They comfortably defeated Afghanistan. And to all the Afghanistan fans and Afghanistan cricket patrons, don't be disappointed. Like, They played wonderfully even today. They had two centurions today. They set a huge target about 300 today, but they were completely taken aback by how India came into the chase, especially with the opener Aaron George. Shivam the way back into the attack now for India for his third over. A slower one outside the off stump. The batters go for a wild hit but gets the edge. Fine leg region and they'll manage to take 3 runs. It was also good to see the Indian under 19 skipper Ayush Matre get into form just before the finals today. And Vaibhav Suryavanshi, as usual, playing his flamboyant innings with a good strike rate, about 200, just as usual, gave the much required impetus to India in that chase. And the future looks bright, not just for Indian youth. I mean, the Afghanistan cricket team too, like how they have managed to dismantle bigger teams and play an integral and dominating cricket in such a global event. Two centurions in the semi-final against India too. They just need to celebrate their performance. They need not be disappointed about how things went in the semi-final. They have come a long way through the ranks, growing through the ranks, not just in the senior elite cricket team, but also the under 19 cricket team. So, hats off to the Afghanistan cricket board and especially Jonathan Trott, who's been grooming the Afghanistan cricketers from quite a few years. Under him, they have seen lots of highs, especially the way he has been nurturing these young cricketers from Afghanistan and how they have been growing through the ranks and throwing up a tough fight to most of the international teams. So it was a good game today, the under 19 game, and I was pretty much impressed the way the Afghanistan team put up a good fight against a dominating Indian side. Well, the future is theirs to take. As shown, the way continues this over, and once again a Yorker length delivery well wide side the off stump, and all Stubbs can do is squeeze it to the backward point region. Axar Patel collects it, and that'll be just 1 run to the tally, and South Africa are 178 for 6, and I'm all eager waiting for the final day after tomorrow, which will be played in Harare, the under 19 World Cup final. I think it's going to be India's 6th or 7th cup if we win it, especially in the under 19 format. But I'm sure that we have the most number of World Cups in the under 19 format. Once again, Shivam Dubey, a full toss outside the off stump, and Janssen hits it over the point. The ball is going to the deep backward boundary, and a diving effort from Rinku Singh from third man, running in from third man to his right, saves a certain boundary. A good stop from Rinku Singh. Full stretched, completely eyes on the ball, and a great fielding effort from Rinku Singh out there in the deep. South Africa 180 for 6 after 17.5. A good dress rehearsal for them before the World Cup tournament starts. Once again, shuffles towards the offside, outside the off stump, and Shivam Dubey sensing it and bowls it well outside his reach, and that'll be a dot ball. Clever bowling out there from Shivam Dubey. A great comeback after he was smashed in the previous over. And that's just probably gonna be like he's gonna get 2 to 3 overs in every single game. Like he's gonna be a bowler. I mean, he's gonna be our big six hitter, but he's also gonna be the bowler who can bowl 2 3 overs when he's been asked to, especially the way he bowled in the Asia Cup finals. I mean, he was given the new ball and he was pretty economical, and so we can use his that aspect of his resources, especially. And given that this is a warm up game, so India can have the flexibility to experiment. Like we are seeing Abhishek Sharma being brought into the attack, so he's also someone India can use, especially in conditions where the ball has a lot of grip and turn, along with the likes of Varun and Chakravarti Varun Chakravarti, Kuldeep and Akshar. So Abhishek Sharma can come into the mix as well. He is into his third over today. South Africa are 181 for 6. Abhishek Sharma, Janssen steps out and yorks himself, and Holly manages squeeze the ball past to the short cover fielder, and that'll just be one run to the tally. So this is going to be a good dress rehearsal for South Africa as they try to get a hang of the conditions out here, the dew conditions, and how the pitch has been behaving in India so far. Marco Janssen, Abhishek Sharma coming in between the wickets, and he's cleaned him up. He goes for the wild slog, and he's completely missed it. The stumps are shattered, and Abhishek Sharma picks up his second wicket of the innings. Marco Janssen dismissed for 31 of 16. Wild swipe across the line, completely misses the line of the delivery, and the batter is clean bowled here. Rocks onto his back foot. It was not that short, but the stumps are shattered, and he has to make the long walk back to the dressing room in this warm up game. And he's been dismissed 31 of 16, bowled Abhishek Sharma, as South Africa are 183 for 7. So, to all our new listeners who have just joined us, earlier India won the toss and opted to bat in this warm up game. And they have set South Africa a target of 241, with Ishan Kishan opening today with Abhishek Sharma. And Ishan Kishan scored a 20 ball 53, and he was retired out. So a lot of people retired out in the warm up game so that the other batters get a good time out there in the middle. So as it's just a warm up game and you're preparing yourself for the World Cup. And Abhishek Sharma scored, he also was retired of 28, 24 of 18 as Stubbs rocks back and hits it over long on for a big six there. South Africa 190 for 7 after 19. And Surya Yadav looked in good form. And the main plus for India was Tilak Verma, who's coming back from an injury, who was the backbone of this T20 team. I mean, especially in the batting order, because he brings in the right balance between the aggressive batters, and he gives them the right balance, and he shifts gears as per the situations. And he seems to be in good form. He scored 45 of 19, and Akshar Patel looked in good touch too. Rinku Singh especially wasn't that comfortable today. He struggled with his timing, and he just scored 16 of 13. And Pandya, as usual, right from the word go, comes in and finishes, scored 30 of 10, and India set a target of 241. So that's been the story so far. And for South Africa, I mean, Ryan Rickelton and Eden Markram were good with the bat, and Jason Smith seemed promising. And Jansen, as usual, can be roped in as the finisher along with Bosch. So it needs to be seen how South Africa go ahead and plan this tournament, especially the playing 11. What concerns me is that George Linde shouldn't have been the opener. He could come in as a floater with the likes of Deacock and Rickelton at the top order. They can utilize the power play along with Markram and the ever pocket dynamo I mean, not the pocket dynamo of India, Ishan Kishan. I mean, the pocket dynamo of South Africa, who's been in prime form, Deval Bravis. I mean, he's a talent to be watched out for in the upcoming years. I mean, he was dismissed pretty cheaply today, but he is someone with whom the South African management needs to work around and groom him in the right directions with the amount of talent and the power he generates from his shots. So he will be an interesting aspect to watch out for in this World Cup coming from the South African perspective. So that's the story of the day so far, as South Africa require a lot of runs. I mean, the match's already gone. This is just a warm-up game, so they won't be much worried about it. Once again, shot of a length delivery from Shubman Dubey. Outside the off stump, but Stubbs rocks back and pulls it over long on for yet another six. But what's disappointing is that will India be going ahead in this World Cup with the opening of Ishan Kishan and Abhishek Sharma, and will Sanju Samson not make it to the playing 11? I mean, he had good form coming before the New Zealand tour, especially he had a lot of centuries last year. But a sudden dip in form in the 5 matches against New Zealand. And what a shot by Stubbs. Full toss once again, smashed it over the deep mid-wicket region. Poor bowling out there from Shivam Dubey, and it's gone into the stands, 6 runs. I mean, there's a lot of dew out there in the middle. I mean, it's tough for the bowlers to control the ball, and most of our times it ends up in a full toss, and that's been hammered for a 6. So it is to be seen whether India go with Sanju and Abhishek Sharma and show faith in Sanju Samson and bring in Ishan Kishan somewhere at one down like they utilized in the T20 series against New Zealand. Once again, poor bowling, full toss, smashes it over long on region for yet another 6. 3 sixes in a row. That's a good shot as Stubbs moves on to 44 from 20. The skipper seems to be distraught. Surya Kumar Yadav is not happy there. Poor bowling from Shivam Dubey. Full toss in his arc and completely utilized by the batter Stubbs there. Smashed it all along over the crowd. 6 runs. Last ball of the game. Wide outside the off stump. Good ball there. All the batter can do is hit it to the long off fielder with a couple of bounces. And that's the end of the innings for South Africa and the end of the game. South Africa finished on 210 for 7 after the quota of 20 overs, and that'll be the game for India. So this concludes the warm-up game between India and South Africa. And I thank all the viewers and also whoever has been subscribing to my channel in the past few days and have been an integral part of this journey. So to sum it up, so today was a good day for India, especially with the ICC Under-19 World Cup semi-finals against Afghanistan. India have now secured a place into the finals and will take on England, the mighty England, who haven't lost a single game in this tournament, and we'll be taking on them on February 6th at Harare. And we will be aiming for yet another Under-19 World Cup trophy. India have been dominant, especially in the sphere of Under-19. We have actually dominated even Australia for the number of times we have won the trophy. So this could be a good trophy to have for Ayush Matre and co. So it is to be seen how things go. And after that, we will be hoping to break the jinx that no team has consecutively won a T20. I mean, no team has defended a T20 World Cup, and India will be looking to defend the T20 World Cup. And no team has won a T20 World Cup at home. So many teams have won the 50-over World Cup at home, but no team has ever won the T20 World Cup at home. So they will be looking to break these two parameters or facts, or they will be trying to break this rhythm that has been carrying on in the cricket so far. So, I mean, records are meant to be broken, so that is going to be a good thing out there if India managed to defend the title here at home for the first time, becoming the first team to defend the title, also becoming the first team to win the title at home. So it is to be seen how Surya Kumar Yadav and co go ahead in this tournament. So, but as of now, India have won this warm-up game by 30 runs and comfortably a good outing there for the boys before the World Cup actually begins. Surya Yadav just checking out the amount of dew on the field there. So Indian team will be pretty key. A little bit sad about how Sanju Samson couldn't get an outing today, even being a warm-up game. And also, India would have loved to give Shivam Dubey an outing today, out in the middle today. But unfortunately, they couldn't. Probably Akshar Patel could have been retired after 20-25 runs, but it was also key for him to spend time in the middle, especially to get that confidence back. And probably they're looking at Akshar Patel ahead of Kuldeep Yadav so that they can bring in an extra batter to add into the playing 11. So you never know what the brains behind the management is looking at. So that's how things look like. So for India in this World Cup, and I mean India will be pretty tempted or pretty raring to go with Ishan Kishan and Abhishek Sharma at the top order, both to open with Sanju Samson warming the bench and being the backup opener and backup wicketkeeper. And but my only concerns is is would that be a right choice to go, especially with both going tonkers right from the ball go. So it is to be seen how these two. I mean, these two have been pretty impressive, especially the comeback of Ishan Kishan after the SMAT Trophy victory with Jharkhand. I mean, he was roped into the team, which was a blessing in disguise. I mean, like the injury of Tilak Verma brought in Ishan Kishan from nowhere. I mean, he was away from the Indian cricket team for so many years, and he's been roped in suddenly all of nowhere because of his performances in SMAT Trophy. And he grabbed the golden opportunity with both hands. I mean, he carried on the form and the way he batted in the New Zealand series. I mean, completely dominated the entire New Zealand bowling lineup. I mean, he took on the bowlers right from the word go. I mean, it never looked like he was away from the Indian circuit for so long. It was like he's been scoring century in every single game, and he's been an integral part of India. So he looked in prime touch, and even today, the way he batted, the 53 runs he scored of 20 balls, 7 sixes, 7 mammoth 6s, and that would be a key start. I mean, with the likes of Abhishek Sharma and Ishan Kishan both going bonkers from both the ends, that'll be a question for the management to think about. And it's a high risk, high reward kind of a situation. And when it clicks, it clicks. And when it fails, I mean, India will be suddenly 0 for 2 or sometimes 6 for 2. And that will be, especially in the crucial like knockout games, that could be a tough chance to take. So the team needs to work around how things go based on the pitch, the dimensions, and the opposition bowlers. So let's see how things goes ahead in the tournament. I'm pretty sure that they are looking at opening with these two stars because Tilak Verma is now back into the mix. He has been the backbone of Indian T20 team for the past few years, and he is the one that provides balance in this heavy loaded top orders. And so that needs to be seen how we can bring in Harshit Rana for some games too, especially with the likes of India using Hardik Pandya as the second seamer and India's trump card Varun Chakravarti, the world's ICC T20 World number bowler for quite some time now. So he's been the trump card for the Indians, especially in this format of the game. I mean, he always does his homework, brings in plan A, plan B, plan C to all the batters. He studies them, and he's been our trump card for picking up wickets, his economy, and also has been quite impressive, especially since he made a comeback under the captaincy of Surya Yadav. So that's been the journey so far. And to all your viewers out there, thank you for being an integral part of Sports Beyond Cancer. Your love means the most, and this is something that new we have started as we entered the remission and recovery phase. So that's something I'm excited about. So finally coming out of cancer and not free of cancer, but coming out of cancer and entering into the remission phase. So this is something I'm looking forward to recovery as I start this new journey of continuing my passion for sports and cricket and sports journalism as I enjoy watching games. And I didn't want to settle for any other career as I recover. I mean, so this is just stint with the YouTube. This is something new for me, and I hope you show faith in my journey. And also, thank you for being a part of not just my fight, but also believing in me. And also, I request you to kindly subscribe to the channel, like this channel, and share it to all the people who love sports, or all the people who are interested in sports, cricket, and resilience, comebacks in life, and also to people who are going through hard phase in life, or you can ask them to uh, ping me, or I can chat with them, I can mentor them, and we can discuss about how life can be going down the drain, but still you can find your passion, and you can find the thin ray of hope and hold on to it, just like I have held on to it. And sports has always been my passion, and this has been my journey. So that's all for today, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, and please share it, please subscribe, and please comment on the channel. Do you think that India needs to, on this video, do India needs to stick to Sanju Samson and show faith in him and bring in Ishan Kishan at 3? Or do India need to go tonkers right from the word go and bring in Kishan and Abhishek Sharma at the top? A lot of left-handers into a mix, so please drop in a comment, and thank you for all the love and support you guys have been showing. I know this journey's been tough, and the number of viewership has been less comparatively over through the days, but I have faith in the system, and also it's the best I can do right now at this moment as I am under revision and rehab. So thank you, and please share it to your friends, family, parents, kids, and to everyone who loves sports. And once again, thank you for joining in for this live English commentary of the warm-up game between India and South Africa. India have won the game by 30 runs, and the under-19 team made it to the finals of the ICC Under-19 World Cup, as they will take on England in Harare on February 6th. So stay tuned for more watch-alongs. We'll be doing a lot of games, live commentaries, watch-alongs in soccer, especially football. And also we'll be talking a lot about sport analysis and other stuff. So this space is just completely about sports. This completely revolves around sports positivity, sports community, and how to promote sports in the grassroots levels, to develop sports in the grassroots levels, because that is one thing that I missed in the childhood. Like where there was no access to sports in multiple facets, especially the education system has failed us. Even today, there is not much awareness about sports in India. So we need to bring a change to that. So that has been my aim, to follow sports journalism and sports development all throughout my life. And this is something that I am looking forward to play an integral part. I mean, this is something that motivates me to wake up every single day, gives me a passion to work in sports. And so, yeah, I have spoken long enough now. And I mean, it's time to bid adieu to all you people out there. I hope you guys have had dinner, and I am late for my dinner today. So I'll skip the dinner and maybe have breakfast tomorrow, as it's too late. And I will catch you along soon. Stay tuned for more cricketing stories, sporting stories, and thank you for being an integral part of Sports Beyond Cancer. This is Saurabh Vittalmurthy signing off. Thank you. Have a good night. Stay safe. Bye-bye.